All right, it is time to answer your cards. Steffes, Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh for the first time in '95. Our first referee dabbles in real estate in the offseason, Jim Leonard. He will be assisted by Marvin Hall. We don't know if Marvin will dance. It's
we can only hope. We can only hope.
Yes. Last game, Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh against Stokos and Johnson. Mike Dodd made the play that turned it around for his team.
Set the tone very early, always does it with defense, completely stretched out with his left. And it was that pokey right there that made Stokos and Johnson handle the ball once again. Dodd was all over it, making good reads defensively. And once they get their transition game going with Mike Whitmarsh blocking balls, they can beat anybody.
Karch Kiraly going for win number 100. He got his first back in 1977 with Tim Hovland. Here we go. Steffes will serve it up. Steffes is 26 years old, out of Pacific Palisades, California. Dodd puts it away. Of course, double elimination tournament. Dodd and Whitmarsh have to win 2. This one to 15, and then a double final to 7. Current AVP format. And now Dodd will serve. Boy, serving very easy. And Steffes punches it straight down.
Well, everybody knows that follows beach volleyball, serving not a big part of Mike Dodd's game when he was with Tim Hovland or now that he's with Mike Whitmarsh. Karch Kiraly serves the ball extremely well, now 34 years of age, a chiseled 6'2", 200. Karch took a little while off, but not much, couple weeks, and then right back into the weight room that he doesn't have to go too far for. It's right in his house, and it is fully equipped.
Karch plagued by injuries last year, one caused in a tournament when he bruised his kidney as Steffes is blocked. Of course, the other one when he fell off the stage accepting the award at Hermosa Beach.
Boy, that was a frightening moment. That was really frightening. There was a time for about 45 minutes, maybe even an hour, until Karch was taken by ambulance to the emergency hospital and examined that there was a chance he had broken his back.
No score. Steffes serving. And Steffes with a dig. And Whitmarsh blew on it. He huffed and he puffed, and the ball went down.
I'll tell you, that one came out of the net in a big hurry. Usually the net a little bit bowed, big tape, top and bottom, and the ball will bounce out. Really a relatively easy play to make, but that one skidded right off the net. Steffes had no chance.
You know, sometimes when that ball is coming close to the net and the other player is up there trying to distract you, well, technically you're not allowed to do that, but I had an old coach named Bob Mathis who taught us as youngsters. He said if someone gets up there and you're going to fake going over it, you just spit in the guy's face.
Spit in his face?
Yeah, get a loogie in that eye and make sure that he cannot retrieve that ball.
I think that's really poor sportsmanship. I mean, that is just despicable.
I thought it was terrific.
And
of course, I was a youngster then.
And no wonder you spit so well. You did it all those times.
Big Mike Whitmarsh, 6'7", 210, 32 years old. And drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers. They kept Jerome Kersey instead of Mike Whitmarsh. And to this day, I think Portland would have had a couple of championships had they gotten rid of Kersey and kept Whitmarsh. Whitmarsh, a fabulous basketball
I'm sure
player.
in the Portland Trail Blazers media guide, it says exactly
the
that.
One that got away.
If we'd only kept Big Wet. But he was a great basketball player. Jerome Kersey's had a pretty respectable career,
Respectable career. But you never know how the chemistry could have changed. As Dodd will serve. No score, championship final. And Dodd trying his version of a jumper. He does have a mini jumper, doesn't he? Sometimes into the wind. He gets up, not very high.
Yeah, it's not a great heater, but he can move it around.
I would do it.
Around.
I would do it.
So Karch Kiraly, hard to believe Karch is now 34 years old, still in phenomenal shape, as Paul has detailed for you. One-time captain of the United States gold medal winning Olympic team. And he's into the net.
Yeah, what Karch has accomplished in the sport of volleyball, of course, NC2A championships, 4-time All-American at UCLA, then the 84 Olympic team gold medal, 88 Olympic team gold medal, then came out on the beach. Just think how many wins he would have. He's going for 100 a day. Think how many wins he would have if he had not played indoors.
Out. Steffes chops it out of bounds, and the Mikes have a point.
Spike from the
We did
right
some
side
computation
by
on
Ken
that, Paul. I'm glad you
Steffes
brought
is
that up.
wide.
The
Point
computation
to
was
Dodd
that
and
Karch
Whitmarsh. They draw first blood
had
here in
missed
our final
about
match.
7
1-0.
years of actual playing on the beach in terms of national team commitments over in Italy, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, that's 140 tournaments if you just figure 20 on average during the course of the season.
That might be
during that period.
Maybe.
Steffes, side out.
Maybe 10, 15 tournaments wins a year.
No. I said 20
serve,
tournaments.
Oh, okay.
And assume he's going to win half of those. Let's
Okay.
just say, for conversation's sake, you could add 70 to the total he's got.
Good. Steffes with the serve. Here comes Dodd. And whip it over to Whitmarsh. And he pounds it deep into the corner.
Say, one key for the Mikes, of course, is they've got to block balls from Whitmarsh, dig balls from Mike Dodd, but they cannot give up too many points from getting ace. That's what caused them problems in the semifinals against Stoklos and Johnson. Dodd going with a jumper again, and I'll bet he just hadn't practiced it very much. And I'm not sure exactly why he's trying to break it out now. One key could be starting to feel a little tired, and he wants to make this game short, or as short as possible.
Second service error for Dodd. His team leading 1-0. And right to Karch. Karch gobbles it up. He's on the right side, and he puts it away.
Spike from the right side.
You can hear Whitmarsh give Dodd the call, line. It did not key into Mike Dodd, and he chopped it right to Karch Kiraly. Whitmarsh is yelling line, and that area of the court is wide open. And Karch just trying to find some high hands.
Here comes Kiraly. Seems like Kiraly and Steffes very, very comfortable serving Dodd. Got another point scoring chance. Karch waffles it right to Dodd.
Spike by Mike Dodd. Bangs off the block of Karch Kiraly.
Well, also, Chris, the wind has changed a little bit. It's still blowing off the ocean across the court, but it seems to be blowing towards the side of Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh now. And you serve Mike Dodd, ball's going to blow away from his body on that side. Tougher ball to hit.
1-1 is our score as Steffes sets up a beautiful
by Karch Kiraly.
set for Kiraly. Kiraly gets the kill. You look at the stadium set up here. We're inside. You see the flags flapping just a bit, but inconsistent flappage. As Whitmarsh dug up by Steffes.
Hittable. Diggable.
Here goes Whitty back the other way. Karch runs it down. And over the top. Point.
Kiraly and Steffes look solid, playing good defense, scrambling, setting each other very well in transition. Dodd and Whitmarsh only down 1, so they're hanging in early, and of course that's the key. Don't let Kiraly and Steffes get out to any sort of lead and start rolling.
Sand timeout taken by Dodd. Whitmarsh. We'll take a short break. 7:03 to go in the game. 2-1 Karch and Kent. Final. Mike Whitmarsh gets the kill. There is no kill award this year, we are told.
Just a handshake and an attaboy.
Yeah, and Kent Steffes is going to be very unhappy about that since he won 19 out of 20 last year. But we do have the Powerade Power Ace Award.
Spike by Ken Steffes from the right side is wide. Point to Dodd and Whitmarsh. Score is 2-all.
Cut, nobody. Karch. And Steffes.
Spike on the overdig.
Dodd was there, just could not control. Dodd Whitmarsh starting to change defenses a little bit. Whit up blocking, coming back fake off the bad set. Dodd's there, overhand dig, but this thing either just blows over the net or he loses control from the beginning. Whit unable to get back to the net to block. Karch trying to serve tough. Again, moving as far away from the ocean as possible. Cross court, then you serve into the wind towards Mike Whitmarsh. Trying to take advantage of the elements. Dodd and Whitmarsh will do the same when they change sides.
2-2 our score. Steffes. Over to Dodd. Yeah.
By MD from the
Told
right
you,
side.
Mike Whitmarsh hadn't gotten any shorter in the offseason. He's still big and he can jump.
3-2. Dodd and Whitmarsh take the early lead.
Continuing our giveaway here.
We're on Singer Island, very near West Palm Beach. Talking about Karch winning 100 today. As you see the wind blowing sideways. St. John Smith, the all-time leader, 135. Stoklos with 122. And then Kiraly. He is 26 ahead of Steffes. who is 10 ahead of Dodd, who is 1 ahead of Von Hagen, who is 2 ahead of Hovland. And they're all miles ahead of Chris Marlowe and Paul Sunderland. So Karch trying to win number 100. Karch, of course, the All-American guy. And his team losing, however, 3-2, as Dodd and Whitmarsh looking for another point. Not yet. Give it over to Karch. And Karch chops it down the line.
Spike down the line from the left side.
Really important that Dodd and Whitmarsh have taken the first side change lead. So important for your confidence to get off to a good start, because once Kirai and Steffes get rolling, they start banging jump serves, they start playing defense, they just steamroll through teams. You have to stay with them in the early stages of any match. Shaky set. But a great shot.
Nice shot
by Mike Whitmarsh.
These two teams, Chris, played 8 times last year in the finals. Dodd and Whitmarsh won the first meeting of the season. That happened in Fort Myers Beach, Florida, and almost the last. Remember that dramatic victory in Seal Beach. But then in between, Kirai and Steffes won 6 times. Some of the better finals of the year between these two teams.
Karch will serve it up. He won $430,000 last year, and he was not the leading money winner on the tour. But a lot of fans would be surprised to know that Kent Steffes, for the last 3 years, has led each year in terms of money won.
Well, Karch missed 4 tournaments last year, so Steffes went on and won money in Karch's absence. Nice kill there over the top by Karch Kirai, and then also finished first in the bonus pool, so took home well, a significant chunk of change on top of Karch Kirai.
Talking about Kent Steffes, 332,000 in 92, 467 in 93, and 459 last year. Kent was telling me he has to go to the tax man very soon, and he pays a whopper. Oh, he's like 200 grand in taxes. Think about that.
Bill Clinton sends him a thank you note.
Oh, yeah, loves it. Mike Dodd serving 3-2. Dodd and Whitmarsh lead it. And Dodd trying to drop his lollipop on the back line.
Although both of us know Kent quite well, of course, we know that he might not be all that happy to get a note from Bill Clinton. He might prefer one from Newt Gingrich or Rush Limbaugh.
Yes. Steffes. Nice set. And Karch puts it away. Beautiful play.
Wonderful play by Kent Steffes. Blocked the ball this time on his own side, tracks it down. Here's a play up and over. He's got an eye on it right away. Doesn't even have to come down and look. Blocked it in his proximity, and perfect set for Kirai.
Surprise. Dodd and Whitmarsh as Steffes stuffs Dodd. Karch and Kent take the lead 4-3.
Point to Steffes and Kirai.
Steffes getting his hands on 2 balls in a row from Mike Dodd. Soft blocks the first, and this one stuffing him straight down. On good sets, Whitmarsh setting the ball well, and Dodd's passing well.
1 point lead for Kirai and Steffes. That's a perfect set.
Good high hit off the top.
Off the top of the block of Kent Steffes from the right side by Mike Dodd.
If you're wondering about Mike Dodd, his money winnings, you know, he was the leading money winner on the tour back in 1985 at $32,000. Also led 1989 with $163,000. That was the year that Hovland and Dodd did not win most of the tournaments, but they won most of the money.
You know, getting back to 1985, winning almost $33,000. There are a number of tournaments on the tour this year where the winning share is bigger than that, just at one tournament.
Nice dig by Kent Steffes.
Nobody. Yes.
Steffes loves to turn the ball inside out down the line and transition. That ball set inside. You really got to favor his line.
But why isn't Whitmarsh up there blocking?
Well, maybe a little bit tired at this stage, but they got to dig in here. This is where Kirai and Steffes start to make their move. Again, back-to-back points.
Good.
Steffes is there. 5-3, looking for 6-3. Not yet. Great bump. Little back 5. Steffes. Score!
Shot from the middle hitting position by Kent Steffes.
Here Karch yell out to his partner, where are you? Which way are you going? I formation defense a little bit. Steffes behind Karch Kirai. You see the run here by Mike Dodd, and it's tight. Karch jumps so well. Whitmarsh had to just go pokey. And then again, inside out, Steffes loves to hit the ball back to the line, whether hard or gently, to score on the inside set.
Full timeout taken by Dodd and Whitmarsh. We mentioned the money last year. There was $4 million in prize money. Steffes and Karai got most of it.
Well, between the two of them, it's I mean, just to add it up, it's an incredible number, almost $900,000 between them. Adam Johnson, Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh, all over $200,000. Randy Stoklos was down there. We were talking about it earlier at just over $160,000, and by his measure, certainly had a bad year.
5:15 to go. Karai and Steffes leading Dodd and Whitmarsh. Ken Steffes and Karch Karai, if you're wondering, have decided to play in some of the international tournaments. There's the youngest millionaire, Ken Steffes.
Sport getting a lot more like tennis. That on any given weekend, there are going to be major events vying for the talent pool of the professional volleyball players. And sometimes Karai and Steffes won't be here. Opportunities for other players to make some money.
That timeout did not work. Dodd Whitmarsh will try another one. 5:11 to go, and they trail 7-3. At the Nestea Open, the first championship of the year, and Karch Karai, Ken Steffes are homing in. Karai and Steffes, the #1 seeded team. Dodd and Whitmarsh are going to take at least second. Johnson and Stoklos finished in third. Seeds looking very, very true until you get to 5.
Well, no doubt about that. Hovland and Ludi struggled a great deal. They did not have a good finish, did not have a good tournament.
Oh, Steffes, fabulous up, and he puts it away. Ken Steffes.
Spike at the net by Ken Steffes.
Wow, what a defensive play for Steffes.
Sharing the duties, and the reason is because they can both hit, they can both block, they can both play defense, and they can both finish in transition, setting one another. You know, athletically, you know, Karch and Kent are among the two. Well, you maybe put Stoklos in that group and a couple of others. Lee LeGrand, big stud coming up on the beach. Maybe he's a big physical strong athlete, but Karch and Kent are two of the top 4 or 5 athletic specimens out there, and they're in better shape than everybody.
And the other guys are announcing. They can't get at him. 8-3, Karai and Steffes have the lead. Whitmarsh has been blocking the ball, but he's not able to direct it to the sand so far. 8-3, Karai Steffes by 5.
And a big key so far, Mike Whitmarsh, no stuff blocks in this match.
Over the top, Whitmarsh gets it.
By Mike Whitmarsh. Would he spike good for a side out?
You go back and look at the stats.
I'm going right now.
From the wins of Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh over Karai and Steffes. And I'm sure that Whitmarsh had a half a dozen stuffs. I remember in Seal he had more than that.
Mike Dodd on the run. Karchi with a dig. Dodd.
Come on.
Karchi with another dig. And he finally puts it away.
Right side by Karch.
Boy, not much movement required at all by Karai that time. Knows Dodd so well in transition, and Karch just getting hammered in the cross court. He is there, hammer it to him. That's an easy dig for Karai. You hit the ball to him like that, where he can get set, get his platform out, legs and hips underneath him. He's gonna pop that ball straight up.
9-4 is our score. And it's off. Steffes out of bounds.
Spike from the right side by Mike Dodd. Spike by MD. Good for a side out.
So Karai and Steffes seemingly picking up where they left off last year. 24 outdoor events this year. Already played 4 indoor.
Come on.
Oh, nice dig by Dodd. Right back to Karch.
Good call. Good late call that time, actually, by Ken Steffes. You don't want to call too early the direction you want your hitter to go in, because the defensive player will run to that area. You want to wait as long as you can and then bark out the open court, or you could hear Steffes say, screaming line.
Good. Watch it. Now get up. Come on. Great shot.
Spike into the open court.
That was a tired-looking play by Mike and Mike.
Ken Steffes, good for a
Or
point.
K&K are scrambling around the court and making things look pretty easy right now.
Let's correct the score for you. Excuse me. It's 10-3, not 9-4. A missed digit was put up for a moment on the scoreboard, but now they've corrected it. 4 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the game. 10-3.
Stand timeout.
That's in the arena, of course.
Team of Dodd
and Dodd and Whitmarsh forced to take another timeout. 8 straight points for Karai and Steffes as they trailed 3-2 and now lead 10-3.
Ladies and
You know,
gentlemen,
when you look at the numbers, 1 ace for Kent Steffes. They're just doing it in all areas of the court, both digging the ball extremely well with about half a dozen apiece. You know, right now, this is just the ultimate team. They really complement one another beautifully. If somebody wants to serve Kirai a lot, Steffes sets well enough. Vice versa, Kirai's got good ball control. You really have to play perfectly right now or catch them on a bad day to win outdoors. Indoors, maybe another story. Adam Johnson's jump serve certainly proved that on indoor beach competition.
Spike from the right side by Mike Dodd.
24 outdoor events. How many can Kirai and Steffes theoretically win?
20.
Do you really think
Yeah,
so?
yeah. Somebody asked me not too long ago how many I thought they would win. And you say, all right, look, assuming Kirai has no injuries or Steffes, they're together every tournament. I think they
Big win. Can't get there. Wow. He just took out the VIP chairs. Nice hustle by Whitmarsh.
Mike Whitmarsh paying the price, a tired volleyball player. Of course, you got to point out, California has had a very wet, very cool winter.
Making it difficult to train.
Well, I'll get to that in a second. Yeah, making it very difficult to train. You know, the players have been getting out, getting their work in the sand, but it's been in the 50s and 60s for so many months out in Southern California.
Terribly cold.
Yeah, it's, well, compared to coming to Florida and then playing a couple of 3 days in the hot, you know, tropical sun.
11-3 is our score. Kirai and Steffes have the lead. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Paul, I've been to a lot of Florida events, but I can never remember weather as beautiful.
Yeah, this has been great.
Perfect weather for volleyball. It's not really humid. There's a light breeze. There's a little sun, a little cloud cover. It's ideal. Can't complain about this. It's not too hot. Down the line goes Steffes. Steffes in the offseason traveling to Nepal to ride elephants. We're going to detail that trip for you in the upcoming weeks.
Steffes is not your average bear.
No, he's
when
not.
He gets some
He's
time
not your
off,
average elephant, is he?
That's right. He's going to do something different.
Come on, kid. Hit it, nobody!
Nice pokey.
Poke shot into the open
But great
court by
control
Kent
off the
Steffes.
soft
Point
block.
to
Karch
Steffes
putting the ball
and
50-50. Easy opportunity and conversion for Kirai and Steffes.
So the former Kings of the Beach running it hard here, and they lead at 12-3. Marvin Hall doing his thing.
Showing us his best side.
Yeah. Which is Marvin's best side?
We saw it. There it is. There it is.
Dorsal or ventral?
Anterior.
I tell you, they need a mowing machine to fix the court after Marvin strides through. After doing his dance, Marvin Hall. One of the great things about AVP volleyball, one of the entertaining performers, also a very good referee.
You know, I like it. Beach volleyball is unique. It's different. Great athletes, great athletic competition, and just a wonderful time in some of the most beautiful places on earth.
13 straight wins in '92, a couple years in the Italian League. And we're back to the action. 12-3 is our score. Karch and Kent just dominating as that ball poked out of bounds. Another point. 11 straight points now for Kirai and Steffes. They trailed 3-2 and have just been working it ever since. And Karch guides it out of bounds. Fans chanting for Whitmarsh and Dodd to make the comeback.
I got it.
You know, when you watch Karch and Kent play like this, you wonder how they can ever be beaten.
Well, but, you know, you take Dodd and Whitmarsh, and they can compete with Kirai and Steffes if they're playing absolutely at their very best. And, of course, you define that by Whitmarsh intimidating at the net, blocking a half a dozen balls. If he doesn't do that, Dodd doesn't get into the great rhythm and reading situation defensively, and they don't have a chance because they don't score with their serving. Adam Johnson and Randy Stokos, a different scenario because Stokos and Johnson serve so well.
13-3.
And of course, I think Angelino and Loyola will be a much bigger factor this year. A year older. You know, they both got homes now in Southern California. They're very settled in. Whitmarsh settling in on that one for his first stuff block of the match. Maybe way too little, way too late, but certainly Whit is not going to give up, regardless of the score or time on the clock. Karch trying to just sneak it past him, but Angelino and Loyola, their first career win on the AVP Tour, albeit indoors.
Karch and Kent may have let down just
Spike
a bit.
right side by
2:52 to
Steffes.
play. It's
Good for the side out to
13-4.
And Karai. Karch back to serve.
These two teams met in the first tournament of the year last year. Remember, in Boca Raton, Florida. Looks like it'll be exactly the same result. That championship won by Karai and Steffes. But Dodd and Whitmarsh came right back out in the next weekend.
Karch pokes it up.
That's tight.
That's trouble. And Karch is into the
Quick
net.
hit by Mike Whitmarsh. Draws the block of Karch Karai into the net. Side out. Whit to serve. 4 serving 13.
Look at Karch, just stretched out, working hard to get both hands on it. And then a missed set by his partner created the side out for Dodd Whitmarsh.
Nice put away there. Kent
Steffes by
Steffes
Kent Steffes.
shooting
Just
inside.
block of Mike
The
Whitmarsh.
Dodd was
Side out.
all over
Kent back
that,
to serve.
reading, and accurately so, that Steffes was going to poke line once again, but Whit got his big paw out of it and took it right out of his teammate's way.
Spike from the right side by Mike Dodd is just long over the back line. Point to
14-4.
Steffes.
Championship point coming up for Karai and Steffes. Karch 1 point away from win number 100.
There it is.
Block in the net by Karch Karai. Folks,
No
have a
longer
nice round
double
of
digits.
applause
He's
for
into the
Whitmarsh
century
here in
mark.
Singer Island, Florida. Let's give it up
All
for
right,
Mike
Paul
Dodd.
Sunderland is heading to the beach to talk to Karai and Steffes. They win easily here in our championship final, 15-4.
Right here on the stage.
And win the first event of the year, the Nestea Open here, Singer Island. Stay with us. There's more to come. We'll talk to Karch after this. Back at the $100,000 Nestea Open, Karch Karai and Kent Steffes win their first tournament of the new season. They beat Mike Dodd and Mike Whitmarsh 15-4. Our Miller